Hello students, on this video session I'm going to continue with the chapter number 7, that is directing. So today's topic is financial and non-financial incentives which are used to motivate the employees. Let us understand what do you mean by financial and non-financial incentives and what are the incentives comes under these two categories. Financial incentives and non financial incentives. The meaning of financial incentive is financial incentives refers to the incentives which are in direct monetary form and measurable in monetary term and serves to motivate the people for better performance. So financial incentives are those incentives which you can measure by directly monetary, or you can say which you can measure by money. So those incentives are known as financial incentives. These are basically used to motivate the employees for better performance. Let us understand what are the incentives comes under financial incentives. That is pay and allowances, productivity linked wage incentives, bonuses, profit sharing. First one, pay and allowances. Pay and allowances includes of your basic salary and DNS allowances, or you can say the other allowances like house allowances, travel allowances, etc. So salary system consists of regular increment in your pay every year. Okay, and enhancement of allowances is on the basis of the time to time. Okay, so in some organizations, pay hike and the increment may be linked to the performance. If the performance of the employees is reached up to the target what they have set, so you are allowed for the increment. Similarly, if the performance is totally low, which is set by the target, so your performance is totally low than the standard. So again, they will take some extra, I can say some systems or strategies to reduce the increment. Next one, that is productivity linked wages incentives. So several ways incentives plays aims at linking the payment of wages to increase in productivity at individuals or the group level. It is based on the performance of the employees, how much the productivity and how much product of unit you will produce, that will be linked with your wage system. Bonuses, it is paid on the basis of the occasionally. So during the festivals they will pay the bonuses to the workers for enjoying that particular festival. Okay, bonuses is an incentive offered over and above the wages or salary to the employees. So it is bonuses is paid on the basis of the occasionally, that as I said, it is over the salary and the wages of the employees. For example, during in Karnataka during Diwali they will pay you the bonuses. In Kolkata during Navaratri they will pay the bonuses. In Maharashtra during the Ganesha Chaturthi they will pay the bonuses. So it is based on the particular zones, what kind of the festivals they will celebrate in grandly, that they will provide you the bonuses to the employees. Profit sharing, that is, profit sharing is meant to provide a share to the employees in the profit of the organization. This serves to motivate the employees to improve their performance and contribute to the increase in the profit. So it is like a strategy to encourage the employees. If the profit of the company is increased for this period or this year, we are going to share this much percentage of amount or profit along with you. So immediately employees will produce a more product and they will contribute themselves more, or increased performance of the employees you can find. So for that reason you can encourage them. If the profit increase in the organizations compared with the previous year, we are going to make you the hike in the salary, or you can we can share the profit along with all the employees who are directly and indirectly involved in the increase of the profit. So these are the financial incentives which can be used for the employees to motivate and bring a better performance among them. Next one, non-financial incentives. So these are totally opposite of financial incentives, whereas all the needs of the individuals or employees are not satisfied by money only. Psychological, social and emotional factors also play important role in providing motivation. So this point will says you that every time you cannot make a motivation or increase the level of the morale of the employees by money itself. So rather than money you can use the other factors, that is psychological, social and emotional. So these factors also play a very vital role in encouraging the employees. In that, first one, status, second, organizational climate, third, career advancement opportunity, fourth, job enrichment. Let us understand each one in depth. First one, status. In the organizational context, status means ranking of positions in the organization. So, it is based on the higher level designation, lower level designation, and middle level designation. So, in that manner, they will rank the positions in the organization. That is matters in the status. The authority, responsibility, rewards, recognition, perquisites, or you can say it as a perquisites. So these are like extra fringe benefits, and prestige of job indicate the status given to the person holding a managerial position. So the person who is having a managerial position, that particular person will get the extra benefit compared with the other employees. That is, if you belongs to the manager position, immediately your status is increased in terms of higher authority, higher responsibility, rewards you will be having, recognition from the organization, and perquisites. Perquisites are nothing but like fringe benefits, whatever you are getting rather than the salary. Okay. So these also indicates the status. These includes in the status of the job. Psychological, social, and esteem needs of an individual are satisfied by status given to their job. So immediately employees will get motivated by these kinds of the status. Next comes, that is organizational climate. Organizational climates indicates the characteristics which describes an organization and distinguish one organizations from the other. Here it is a human tendency that comparison between one organization to the another organization. The organizational characteristics will describe the which kind of the organization climate they are following. These characteristics influence the behavior of individuals in the organization. So, characteristics of the organizations are nothing but how they are behaving among themselves, how they are reacting for the somebody's idea. So, these also matters in the organization. Some of these organizations are individual autonomy. Some of these organization characteristics are individual autonomy, reward orientation, consideration to the employees, risk taking, etc. If the managers take a positive measures regarding these aspects, it helps to develop the better organizational climate. So here you should not be have a attitude like I am the boss. Okay, so you should make the employees feel like they are belonging to this organization. how can you bring that these how can bring you that the feelings that belonging next to this organization by providing these characteristics. So these characteristics makes the employees to feel that we are worth to the organization, we are matters to the organization, let's give our best in the organization. So this will bring the increase the performance level and the organization performance also. Third one, career advancement opportunity. Every individual wants to grow to the higher level in the organization. Nobody doesn't have the attitude that I will stay in the same position for the long period. Everybody will be having a desire to grow their level. They want to go to the higher level in the organization. Managers should provide the opportunity to the employees to improve their skills and be promoted to the higher level jobs. Appropriate skill development programs and sound promotional policy will help the employees to develop the promotions. So every time employees has to means manager has to provide a skill development programs to all the workers in the organization to preparing them for the higher level promotions. So immediately employees will compare their organizations with other organization, and they will be check with a career advancement opportunity. If the career advancement opportunities are available in the organization, immediately they will attract and they will stay in the organization for the long period. Next one, job enrichment. So, job enrichment is concerns with designing the jobs and include greater variety of work content, required higher level of knowledge and skills. So here enrichment is nothing but you can add some features to the main job where employees can uh, develop their skills and capability to achieve a particular task or particular job role. So that will increase the employees morale, and also they will be feel that the job is totally challenging, let us accept the challenge and perform that particular task or job. So these kinds of the things will be helpful for them to gain the more experience in the particular job. So immediately that will be useful for their career also. So these are the some non-financial incentives which are used to motivate the employees. The last topic of the motivation, that is Maslow's needs hierarchical theory. So Maslow's need hierarchical theory says that before starting this theory, let me give the introduction. Maslow's is a one of the psychological scientist, and he know the each and every aspects of the human behavior and human psychology. Okay, so he made a one theory that is which is used for the uh, encouraging the employees and motivating the employees. Okay, so first pyramid you can see here, that is basic psychological need. The pyramid, the base is elaborated and you can say it is a longer one compared with the peak level. So once the basic needs of the employees is satisfied, immediately he or she can move further. So basic psychological needs for the organization example is everybody should understand with a basic salary, everybody should satisfy with the basic pay. Similarly, for the individual example, hunger. So, whatever the basic needs, food, shelter, house, water, these they have to satisfy first. Suppose the base is strong, you can build your building in a proper manner. Okay, same thing in the organization as well as individual, the hunger and the basic salary must be satisfied. Second stage, safety and security needs. For individual, you must have a, I can say, you will look into the stable of income. How much I should earn in a year? That will make a person to be strong. In the organization, you should look into the pension plans. So safety in the sense, in the organization, you should be having a pension after 60, how much you are going to get from your savings, that you can analyze. Third stage, that is affiliation or belongingness needs. For individual, it is friendship. Friendship like anybody in the society. Okay, so that you are going to develop in a third stage. To whom you will belongs more, to whom you will feel a comfortable zone to speak with them. So that you can analyze. Next thing, for the organizational example, cordial relations with colleagues. A cordial is nothing but it is like a healthy relationship with the colleagues. Okay, so here what you will do in the how you will be having a friends in the society, same thing in the organizations, you should maintain some relation with the colleagues, that is healthy relationship. If you speak with that particular person, you should be halfly you can solve your all the problems by sharing that. You can feel that I am going to get a something, some you can say suggestions or ideas from that particular person. So you should feel that I just belongs to these kinds of the people who can motivate me. Okay, next step, that is esteem needs. For individual, you will maintain a status, you want to go with a maintaining a status in the organization, in the society. What kind of the status I am? So you will look into your all the friends and you will compare with your status with their status. Next comes in the organization, for esteem needs, you are going to look into the job title. You will be having a courtesy, or you can have, you can say that you will be having a challenge to take into the top position. So you want to be the promotion. Okay, so that is a esteem needs in the organization. Next comes, that is one of the peak level or peak position of the Maslow's need hierarchical theory, that is self actualization needs. So here an individual will look into the self fulfillment. So whatever they, I can say, whatever is left to achieve or whatever left to do something, that they will look into. So they want to fulfill all the factors which they have not fulfilled in their life, so that they want to be the self actualization needs. In organization, what they will do, they will look into achievement of goals. So the goals whatever left in that, they want to achieve those all goals. So this completes the Maslow's need hierarchical theory. So this will become for the 5 marks, that is practical oriented question. The pyramid will consist for the 3 marks, and individual example, organizations example will carry 1 marks each. So total 5 marks. If you have, if you have any queries, please feel free to message me on the WhatsApp. You can reach me by the WhatsApp. Thank you.